Welcome back to Game Notes Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design, and Nathan loves to interrupt my intros because it's not his.
Good point. Fair point. Our girl's got some dies on her. It's probably all them double jumping and uppercuts and dashes.
Yeah. Well, hardworking lady. She's got voice.
She burned herself on a candle. That's where the scene ends. That's weird.
Shit.
Artie is sick. For the record, that's his wife. Thrash's wife.
Oh. I'm pretty sure she had.
Home worrying about spoiled meat and sick customers. It's kind of weird that everyone's getting sick at the same time. I wonder if this monster.
Also, she mentioned the Dark Realm. I don't know if they've talked about the Dark Realm before this.
What?
Yeah, the Dark Realm. There's a Dark Realm.
Casually. Dark Realm.
There's a Dark Realm.
That's probably where all the tainted food is coming from. The Dark Realm.
This is like,
Dear Thrash.
Dear Thrash, I hope your wife doesn't die. So it's been
Dear
2
Thrash.
weeks? 2
I'm
weeks?
going to gather some ingredients, Mom.
the last day was on the 4th, so not quite, but a long
Almost.
time. We spent less time out of the academy than we have in.
Oh. When you put it like that.
Told you she
right?
just needed to keep working. I know my daughters.
Sure, Ma. Sure.
Wait, Mina has sisters?
Saskia's her sister.
Oh. I mean, I knew that. Aw.
And that's it. That's the last you hear of that.
Huh. Oh, he ate that food so fast. Although I guess so are the tainted creatures?
You can actually see it.
Yeah, do they give you more broken ingredients?
Absolutely, actually. So this one damn it.
Okay, so there's sort
This
of
one right here is untainted, and its pieces are normal.
okay, that makes sense. So there's sort of an interesting trade-off, right? Because some of them being faster means that you can use them to convert ingredients faster. Yeah, I see it. So in the case of a tainted bird, it's going to eat ingredients faster, but it's also going to poop out eggs faster.
Yeah.
So in a way, that can actually benefit the player. It just means that when you actually use those ingredients, you gotta be more careful.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the whole, bad taste gems thing is, you can work around it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you cannot, because you have to, you would have to move the piece 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Right, that makes sense.
And then the moment you move it a 3rd time, it breaks.
Now, what happens if you take it to the cutting board and you cut the piece beneath a...
Then it moves down, but it does not break additionally.
Ah!
You can,
See, I like that.
it's same thing if 3 pieces combine.
Mm-hmm.
If 3 pieces combine, then whatever's above it, if it's bad
that makes sense.
tasting, it falls in. It's just as fine as it was
it's
before.
not really you stirring it. It's just...
That's why they specified when you stir it.
The doors
It's
are
like
open.
agitating it.
Let's get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll have to test these after the lunch run.
Alright. Oh, yeah, I'm timed here. Cool. Do this. Let's get this piece
Fire.
up here.
It's a lot of fire. Ooh.
Boom, blue.
Oh, I see.
All I need is this.
Nice.
So I need a green. Shit.
Absolutely.
Go. Good.
Yeah, I wonder if most of these are designed to be basically 1 or 2 turn kind of solutions.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, that one's right there. Oh, okay, good. I meant to do that.
Haha, I was just joking.
So, right now, I'm pretty much just ignoring the bad taste things if I can. Granted, this is only for the puzzle challenges. This isn't actually for if we were really... this and this.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just kind of utilizing that to kind of...
Finish up that Corona
I don't know.
dish for me, would you?
Dad said the other restaurants are doing better with their ingredients
Oh,
since we did our demonstration
no.
for them. sent
Hey.
you any appetizers, Mina?
Oh, but they're slowly adding more. Or maybe that's just random chance, but...
If they're adding more,
Still getting sick from it.
I think.
So,
Huh.
looks like
So,
we're
yeah, I wonder if this is like...
figure things out.
Oh, hey, shit. We're good. Everything's good.
Oh,
Just wanted
maybe,
to
yeah,
put you on
maybe it
edge.
is just totally random. I was thinking maybe they were slowly introducing more to kind of make the challenge more present. And that might explain why some of the earlier ones you didn't have to rotate the bad taste gems at all, just because the random chance just to happen to work out in your favor.
It's entirely possible.
I mean, in either case, it's definitely kind of reinforcing everything you've learned about them. So I think this challenge makes a lot of sense.
I'm proud of you, Mina. Our menu will still have to cut down on quite a few recipes until this is sorted out, but we couldn't have reopened without you.
Thanks, Ma. I'm going to keep doing more experiments tonight. Maybe I'll find out even more. We'll all stick around and help. Alex is still feeling kind of sick and doesn't want to eat very much. He's sticking to vegetables for now. Maybe you two can teach me something to serve him.
Have you made him my signature dumpling soup yet?
Aw, that dish is only for when we're serious. You know that. I don't know if it's because he's sick, but I'm not sure if he wants to start going steady.
Well, hurry up. Your father and I aren't getting any younger.
I love this character development.
It's cute. I like it.
Oh, this one's from Kieran.
Mina, I've only slept 4.5 hours in the last 5 days, so forgive me for being terse.
I wish it was like 4.7.
Like, yeah.
I've calculated it has been about 4.7 hours
After
of
my
sleep.
work on Thrash's antidote, Belchior asked me to work with him on a new Brigade assignment. They've tasked us with identifying and containing a possible monster mutation. The samples I've taken are concerning. I don't wish to engage in speculation before my tests are complete, but I think there's more going on here than they suspect.
Mina, in order to read the letter, not only do you have to have it in front of you, but you need to be looking down.
You know, that is kind of an odd choice. No, I mean, like,
So the monsters
doesn't really matter, but...
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just teasing it.
Isn't that just a blight?
Unless that's the note up there on the wall, because she is kind of looking up there. But if that's the
really
case,
good eyes, or
yeah.
she's terribly farsighted.
like, I can't read them if they're that close.
If that's true, Kieran and Thrash will need all the help they can get. I've got Kieran. I hope this letter doesn't come too late, but I've been seeing issues with the monsters here too.
But who won the competition?
That's the thing, is a lot of time has passed since we've been gone, and it's just like the competition's still going on, maybe?
I assume the competition's done. That's why I'm like, I want to know who won.
See, the thing is, they explain it later, but like this whole time, yeah, like 10 days later, if we already got 3 of our challenges out of 7 done in 4 days, like you think that'd be done by now.
That's my point.
Much better, sir.
But yeah, they go into it later.
Still just on broth right now. What's the deal with the letter?
It's from the Brigade. Based on the findings of our top researchers, we regret to inform the populace that Victusia is facing a potentially catastrophic monster mutation event.
Catastrophic monster
Wow.
mutation event. That'd be a name for a great band.
Due to
Right?
the severity of the outbreak, we're putting all able-bodied battle chefs on full alert. We've isolated the problematic traits and determined that all monsters are not yet affected, but our investigation is ongoing. Our primary focus must switch to containing this outbreak. To that end, the proving tournament will be put on hold.
Put on
until the
hold.
situation is under control. This must be the
That answers your
outbreak you're
question that you just thought of.
I mean, like, I still feel like the competition would
Would
be
have
over
been
by
over
now.
Jeez, this sounds serious.
Listen. The contestants have all been offered the opportunity to temporarily work with the Brigade in containing the situation.
Wouldn't it be great if she was reading the letter like this?
Yeah, right.
And we'd be like, oh, that confirms it.
Like, wow, game theory. I mean, right there.
Of Mina Han,
Oh,
back at the capital.
Oh my goodness.
Given the circumstances, we are willing to revoke the proving tournament expulsion once the festivities resume. With your help, we hope this incident will be resolved as quickly as possible. The choice is fully yours, and we hope to hear from you soon. Stay safe and break a dish.
This is a pretty fun change of events, though.
Yeah, I think it's genius, actually. Scarlet Portman, like, puts a break on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good way of introducing new mechanics and saying, all right, you're at, like, kind of the half point. We're not even technically at the halfway point.
But it even adds a lot more interesting of a narrative. If this were just a straight-up cooking challenge, like, through and through, like, it'd be fun. But ultimately, I think it would be uncompelling because it's a story that we see on, TV already.
Yeah, absolutely.
No longer about fun and games. The capital sounds way too dangerous right now, not to mention the roads.
That's exactly why I should be there. I have a chance to do something good for once in my life.
Damn, take that, Mom and Dad.
Before I was careless. I was bored. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't earn my place in the tournament. I stole it from the people who taught me the skills I was so desperate to prove. I don't serve anything.
Mina, you need to calm down.
You two
Hell no,
made this
Mom.
place with your bare hands. You gave Saskia and I opportunities we couldn't get anywhere else. Opportunities I took for granted. But now there's a way I can help you. A way I can make it up to you. By fixing the monster problem at its source. If I can find out what's going on, I can bring that knowledge back and make sure no one gets sick again. And we can keep serving customers like before. Well, I promise I'll write home this time. I'm going to be okay. I'll be in the hands of the veteran battle chefs.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but you're still grounded. Stealing our flower money? That's a serious crime.
Serious crime.
But
My baby girl, how are you ever going to survive out there if you don't understand sarcasm?
Oh, take that, Mina.
I can't keep you here any more than I can keep the wind from blowing through the trees.
Because she's
Cooking
a
school
wind
didn't-
elemental.
Oh.
right now,
Your mother is letting you go. We all are.
only the Brigade can stop what's happening. The best way to help
Should we
the
call this
restaurant is to
episode
join them.
Wind Pun? Have any of you noticed that we've been naming all of our episodes like after puns, like really bad puns? Most of them have been terrible puns.
Shout out to that one person who noticed.
Thank you, Ma. Pa,
or rather,
thank you.
cared. And I think that one person's you, Nathan. So
Yeah.
everyone else probably like, why is every episode a bad pun? How do they keep
That's
coming
why
up
I
with
actually
bad puns?
stopped watching this series.
Aw.
Going to help stop
Aw.
this
Nobody noticed you there anyway, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Restaurant.
Oh.
No, you're not. This is our family's iron pan.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
My mother gave it to me when I left home to create this restaurant with your father. It's time for you to have it.
Boom!
Whoa, this is so fancy. That was like I expected like a cast iron skillet, like something that's like, practical, still really nice.
Nope. Instead, we got the holy grail of all pans.
This is I'd be afraid to cook with this. It'd be like, is the metal gonna melt off? Like, or the gold? Gold has a low melting point.
Are those the gems that you put into the dish? So it matches 3 just like before, but has a combo bonus. So it is 100%, not 100%. It is better than the pan we were using before.
You are who
I feel
you
like
are.
that would be illegal to
That
bring into
person
the
needs to
competition.
Mm.
I didn't want to let you go
Yeah,
before,
but they let
I won't
what's his name use a whole bunch of ghosts to do all his cooking for
I
him.
mean, that's true.
We haven't really talked to one person, but she tag teams with a robot.
I just feel like that gives rich people an unfair advantage.
You've become.
Yeah.
They could just buy the better stuff.
Yeah.
Eh?
And I couldn't be happier to be part of this family.
Everyone stumbles, Mina. It's how you get up that matters.
I mean, I guess you could say that for the real chef tournaments that happen in Top Chef and things like that.
They don't bring their own stuff, do they?
No, but I mean, like, if you're rich, you've had more training. Or, like,
That's
you can
true.
afford to have more training because you're not worrying about surviving.
I mean, but like the easiest way to balance out some of that stuff is to give everyone the exact same ingredients, exact same equipment.
Mm.
But I mean, yeah, technically you're right. But that's a lot more nebulous, right? Like you could find like a prodigy 13-year-old chef who can make things better than a 20-year trained chef just cuz that's the way their brain is wired.
Yeah, 'cause they got prodigy brain.
I mean, that's still pretty rare, but
Now, according to that one kids show of Top Chef.
I hate those cooking challenges.
I know, they're terrible.
I hate it
so bad. They're so fucking bureaucratic. Little mopey poo.
Maybe a little. Drink your water, Simon. You're still the.
Boom. Chapter 3
Wow,
complete.
that was a very quick chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it makes sense. The chapter was basically you back at home being miserable for a while.
Yeah, they definitely
So,
don't go
like,
by length. They more go by, like, sections of what's important.
Yeah, like how
Like a
chapters
real
are
chapter
actually
should be.
supposed to be.
Yep.
I appreciate that, actually.
Yeah. All right, so, I mean, that's a pretty good point to leave off on.
Yes. That episode was largely us just sitting silently and listening to VO, but, like...
True.
I think there were some pretty significant narrative developments that happened in this chapter that I think... I mean, you and I kind of spoke to it, like... It's making for a lot more compelling of a story than it probably would have been had it just been like a straight up cooking challenge kind of thing. It's, you know what it is that makes me happy? It's that it's utilizing the fantasy setting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what would be, I mean, like, aside from the benefit of having like weird animals and weird ingredients, like that's an obvious advantage to using the fantasy setting. But like, why do you read a fantasy novel? Probably because you like adventure. I'm just saying.
That's probably why I always hated like those stories of like person in a modern day gets sucked into a fantasy setting. It's like, why? Why not just have skipped that part and just been in a fantasy setting?
I mean,
because most of the time they don't address that the person is from a modern time. They're like, apparently the moment they get sucked into a fantasy setting, they forget all of their modern knowledge, which, by the way, would include the ability to read, while 95% of the population wouldn't be.
I mean, it's the same reason why a lot of devs put themselves in games. It's this idea of, like, being able to live in this universe that is before them.
Yeah. Anyway, question of the day. What do you think are the strengths and maybe weaknesses of having this chapter break in between, of completely flipping the game on
in terms of both narrative? I keep punching. I'm not used to this thing being here yet, but in terms of narrative, but also in terms of game flow, like gameplay flow.
Yeah.
Because this was a pretty narrative focused chapter, but we did get a lot of new elements too.
Yeah, it really eases us into this new. Yeah, that's the question. You should answer it. Play this game. It's good.
It's good.
Good.
It's good.
Bye.
Bye.